Den of Thieves 2, Pantera, the much-awaited sequel to the 2018 crime thriller, plunges us back into the gritty world of Big Nick O'Brien and the underworld of high-stakes heists. This time, the action shifts from the sun-drenched streets of Los Angeles to the European underbelly, specifically the mean streets of Belgrade and Marseille. We find Big Nick, still as ruthless and driven as ever, hot on the trail of Donnie Wilson, who's now entangled with a notorious European crime syndicate known as Pantera. The sequel wastes no time in establishing a new high-stakes heist, this time revolving around the legendary diamond exchange in Marseille. Donnie, now deeply embedded in Pantera's intricate web of operations, becomes a pivotal player in their audacious plan to crack the seemingly impenetrable fortress. Big Nick, fueled by his relentless pursuit of Donnie and a thirst for justice, assembles his team to anticipate Pantera's every move, setting the stage for a transcontinental clash of wits, muscle, and lethal firepower. As Big Nick delves deeper into Pantera's network, he uncovers a complex conspiracy that stretches far beyond a simple diamond heist. The lines between cop and criminal, predator and prey, become increasingly blurred as Big Nick finds himself navigating a treacherous labyrinth of double crosses, shifting alliances, and deadly betrayals. The stakes are higher, the action more intense, and the body count rises as the cat-and-mouse chase between Big Nick and Pantera culminates in an explosive climax. Gerard Butler returns to his iconic role as Big Nick O'Brien, the hardened Los Angeles detective with a penchant for bending the rules. Butler once again inhabits the character with a raw intensity that's both intimidating and captivating. He's joined by returning cast member O'Shea Jackson Jr. as Donnie Wilson, whose loyalties remain ambiguous throughout the film. Jackson delivers a nuanced performance, showcasing Donnie's internal conflict as he grapples with his allegiance to both Big Nick and Pantera. The film introduces a new formidable antagonist in the form of Murrow, the ruthless and calculating leader of Pantera. Played with chilling charisma by a prominent European actor, Murrow proves to be a worthy adversary for Big Nick, matching him in both intellect and ruthlessness. The supporting cast, featuring a mix of European and American actors, adds depth and intrigue to the narrative, further blurring the lines between the two sides of the law. One of the standout features of Den of Thieves 2, Pantera, is its adrenaline-pumping action sequences. Director Christian Gudegast ups the ante from the first film, delivering even more intense and intricately choreographed shootouts and heists. The action is visceral and gripping, showcasing a gritty realism that pulls no punches. Gudegast's decision to film on location in Belgrade and Marseille infuses the film with a palpable sense of authenticity and atmosphere. The European setting is more than just a backdrop, it's integral to the film's identity. The labyrinthine streets of Belgrade and the picturesque port city of Marseille provide a stunning canvas for the action to unfold. The film beautifully captures the distinct flavor and energy of each location, seamlessly blending high-octane action with breathtaking European scenery. Section 4. A few cracks in the vault. While Den of Thieves 2, Pantera delivers on its promise of high-octane action and suspense, it does stumble in a few areas. The plot, while engaging, can feel convoluted at times, with multiple twists and double crosses that might leave some viewers struggling to keep up. The pacing can also feel uneven, with moments of intense action interspersed with slower, dialogue-heavy scenes that disrupt the flow. Some viewers might find the character development, particularly for the supporting cast, to be somewhat lacking. While Big Nick and Donnie receive ample screen time and development, some of the supporting characters feel more like plot devices than fully realized individuals. This lack of depth prevents the audience from fully investing in their fates and motivations. Section 5. Measuring up to the original heist. Den of Thieves 2, Pantera faces the inevitable challenge of living up to the legacy of its predecessor. While the sequel successfully recaptures the gritty tone and intense action of the original, it doesn't quite reach the same level of narrative complexity and character development that made Den of Thieves so compelling. The original film benefited from a tightly woven plot and a strong emotional core that resonated with audiences. While Pantera delivers on the action and suspense, it lacks the same emotional depth and narrative intricacy that made the first film so memorable.